Fluffy faces, tails that sway
Oh goodness.
in the spotlight, here to stay. Love and laughter all aglow in this wonderful pet show. Fluffy faces, tails that sway in the
I am more
spotlight, here to stay. Love and laughter
favorite.
all aglow in this wonderful pet show. We have trivia questions and a
Ooh,
new
okay, Will.
segment. The guest
Wow,
show
thank you,
of
Carl.
their pets.
I love it. I'm
Kitty cats and zebras.
on.
Meowies make each one more 10 parts of your dreams
Show you
undaunted. Play for press makes the show the best show on me.
Hey, that's the introduction done by the amazing Emoji J. He is my admin. He is down here somewhere in the comments. If you need something like this, please hit him up, or Cats Roar, whatever, and hit him up. They both do amazing work on the platform. And if you want to be on the show, he is the person to connect to let me know that you want to be on the show. Now, today's date is October the 13th, 2025, and I know what you're thinking. Holy crap, it's already halfway through the month of October, and you would be correct, all right? We only have a little bit more time until it's October the 31st, you know? That being said, because it is that spooky time of year, and we all have a lot of spooky things, and we probably have seen some owls flying around that we normally wouldn't see. So tonight we're doing a little pet trivia around owls. All right. Now, oh, there's Bruce Wayne. Hi, Bruce. So we're gonna do some pet trivia around some pets called owls. All right. Anomaly. Thank you, Queen. All right. All right, what do you call a group of owls? And the answer is not kitty. No, Carl, it's not kitty. A group of owls are not called kitty. Thank you, Anomaly. Is it a brood? Is it a watch? Is it a colony, or is it a parliament? What do you call a group of owls? I'm going to go with a brood. No, I'm wrong. How about look at Free Soul's here too. Is it a parliament? How does Free Soul know this? Owls are generally solitary animals, but when seen together, it is called a parliament, as they have been considered a symbol of wisdom. That's what I'm saying. Unbothered, thank you. All right, how do owls build their nests? Let's see if he's got a two-time. Is it with sticks? Is it with mud? With grass, or they burrow nests from other birds? Are they bird nest stealers, owls? We go with mud, with sticks, oh, with grass. No, these owls are theft creatures. They steal their birds. Okay, owls don't build their own bird nests. Okay. Instead, what owls do is they use bird nests or tree cavities left behind by other birds. Yeah, they take sloppy seconds. I said it. Such as woodpeckers or northern flickers. Even burrowing owls don't dig their own burrows, okay? You will not, once again, owls steal bird nests from other birds. Think about it, okay? All right. How many species of owls are there? 25, 225, 325, or 125? How many species of owls are there? 125 was a good guess, and I will give it to you all that it was good. But it is wrong. It is wrong. All right. 130 is not one of the choices. How about 325? Nope. 225. It is 225. There are more than 225 owl species in the entire world. They're divided in two families. Yeah. Barn owls with their distinct heart-shaped facial discs, like make up one thing called the Titanidae family. I cannot say it. It's so complicated. While other owl species are in the Scrigidae, or typical owl family. So basically, it's like heart-shaped or non-heart-shaped owl family. Okay, so there's that. How far can an owl rotate its head? Is it 270 degrees, 225 degrees, 360 degrees, or 315 degrees? Asymmetrical, unlike some of yours, or they're square, or they don't have ears. What are you talking about, Kitty? Or they can rotate their ears like like little dogs. I had to distract an Alf barf in high school. Okay, I'm dead. Okay, they don't have ears. No, they have ears. They can rotate them. No, they can't rotate them like a cat. They're square. No, it's not that. It is, folks, that they're asymmetrical. Thank you, Free Soul. Hi, Jesse. Owls' ears are placed asymmetrically and are different sizes. Okay, this allows them to receive sounds at different times and pinpoint the exact location of the sound. That's crazy, right? All right. Did you know that some of owls are cannibals? Thank you, Free Soul. Which owl is a known cannibal? That means they'll eat other owls, right? Is it the Madagascar red owl? Is it the great horned owl? Is it the desert tawny owl? Or is it the African pygmy owl? Which one of these owls do you think is a cannibal? Thank you guys all. Thank you. Is it the African pygmy? No. Is it the desert tawny? No. Is it the great horned owl? Yes, it is. Welcome into Meow and Me. There are almost no predators to there are almost no predators to the adult great horned owl. Okay? They're also known as tiger owls. You know I like that. However, they are sometimes killed by other great horned owls. Yeah, they kill them. And then they have these confrontations with the other great horned owl, end in cannibalism, where the one owl eats the other owl. Just saying, it's a little bit of gruesome, but owls are so cute, right? They're not gruesome at all, right? But they are. But they are. So there you have it, you guys. That is this week's pet trivia. I hope you learned something about our little feathered friends, the owls. And this week we have an amazing guest. Her name is Token Jewitch. Okay. She has multiple cats and she's going to come and be our special guest tonight and share with us her pet family. Please request a box token. And if you can, all of you in here, favorite each other, but also come up here and favorite all of the gifters, you guys. Favorite all of these amazing people. And thank you for favoriting me too. Yeah, I appreciate that. Let's get Token in here now. Ah, hello, Token. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now, Token, how many pets do you have?
Currently, 4.
You have 4 pets. Now, are they all cats or the mixture of cats and dogs?
They're all cats.
Okay. And where did you get your cats? Like, where did you happen to get them?
The cats that I have right now were all gotten from a shelter called Noah up in Stanwood in Washington State.
Okay.
Really great shelter. My daughter volunteered there for a little while. Um, and I really feel like they give back just as much as is given to them.
I love that. So did you get all 4 of them at the same time or how did you do that? Did you like tell us about that? Start with the first one, I guess.
Um, so it actually starts with cats that I owned before these 4.
Okay.
I had Bick and Willie. I got Willie first when I was like 21, 22, and then I got Bick, and when they were 5 or 6, I think, I had my kids. And so my kids grew up with them. And as they got older, and I was like, oh, they're getting sick. My kids are going to have a real hard time with this. I talked to like my kids' therapist, and they were like, go ahead and adopt now. If you're planning on reintroducing cats to your home, do it now so that your kids aren't trying to bond with a new animal through grief.
Oh, that's
So I wound up getting 2 cats at that time, and that was Hecate and Tituba.
pretty interesting, yeah. And then
And then Bick and Willie passed, and I was more rocked by that than I thought I would be. And within about a year, I went up to the shelter and I was just like, okay, I am going through like a friend breakup, and my cat just passed, and I want to go look at kittens, and feel better. I had no intentions of adopting that day, but I saw Bast, and I wound up bringing Bast home because she looked just like a Maine Coon, and I had always wanted a Maine Coon. She's not, but we love her just the same. She looks like a miniature Maine Coon. It's pretty cool. Uh, and then with Abby, we had another cat, Artie, and Artemis passed suddenly, and it was really hard on us. But after about a year, my kids and I were like, you know what? The house doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel balanced with just the 3 cats. So we went up to the shelter again, and we found Abaddon.
okay. So then you went out and got. So you have currently Bastet, Willie,
Bats,
Bast,
Tituba,
Tituba,
Hecate,
Hecate,
and Abaddon.
Abaddon. Now, is there some kind of like, are these all different like gods in different mythologies? Like, where did these names come from?
So Tituba was the first person to be accused of witchcraft during the Salem witch trials.
I'm going to Salem at the end of the month.
Oh, I want to go so bad. I want to go so bad. Um, Bast is a goddess. She is the goddess of cats, the Egyptian goddess of cats, but she's also the goddess of grief and finding joy in your grief.
Oh,
So we specifically picked her name out after losing, was it Bick? Willie, after losing Willie, because it just hit us really hard. It was the first cat that we had lost. And so we named her Bast, hoping that we would find joy in our grief. And then Abaddon is the Hebrew angel of the abyss. And she's an orange female cat. So that fits. She's a little menace.
does she have ginger attitude?
Oh, yeah.
Give me an example of some ginger attitude from her.
When anytime she is like running around the house, you will know because she makes like, like the cartoon noises when an animal takes off running and they're like, she makes that noise. I don't know how, but she does. And it's hilarious. She'll just go tearing through the house and you hear her go,
like the who is the with the woodpecker, Woody Woodpecker? Thank you, Tizzy.
oh, I don't remember. I
It was
remember,
like Coyote,
no, the rodent
Coyote,
was the
Wiley
coyote.
Coyote.
Yeah.
Help me in the comments. I make random noises. Oh, okay. Well, okay, whatever. Unnecessary. All right. So now, okay, so now currently you have Bast, Hecate, Abby, and I'm missing one.
Tituba.
Tatuba. Yes. All right, I'm gonna remember all 4 of these forever at some point. It may not be today, but we'll try. I mean, I love that you went to go find your pets at a humane society. or a local shelter, that's also like a cause that is very close and dear to my heart. Is that something you intentionally sought out to do? Or did you just happen to be like, let's just go there and see? Like, or were you more like, I want to go and do that too?
Um, I worked at an animal shelter slash veterinarian hospital when I lived in California.
Oh,
So it's something very dear to me. So I definitely intentionally sought them out. They do a lot of rescue work from other shelters. So what happens is other local shelters get overflowed, and those overflow animals go to NOAA, and NOAA is no kill. So it's really important to me that these animals are finding homes with the right owners. And I feel like when we adopted any of our animals, like we went through like kind of rigorous background checks and stuff like that, like interviews. And I was kind of amazed because when I was in California, adopting a cat was easy peasy.
right. And then you went and did this, and it felt like you were on a whole background check for your pet.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't
like you're
mind.
adopting a person almost, right?
Right? I don't mind. I don't have anything to hide, but geez.
I, all right. Let's. What's your, if you're just coming into Meow and Me, welcome in. Thanks for joining us, you guys. Thanks for being here. If you haven't favorited Token, please hit her with a favorite. Click on her name. Favorites are free. Please make sure you favorite each other in the comments, and also all of the gifters, okay? Feel free to favorite me if you haven't done that either. Thank you for all the gifts. I can't always say thank you, but I appreciate them. And we are talking about tokens for kitty cats. Now, if you missed that part, you'll have to join us. And if you have respectful questions, you certainly can ask them as well in the comments. Um, I want to ask you this question because you are a long-term pet owner and you have amazing relationships with all four of your pets and your past pets, and you have the heart and the background in pet care, you know? What is your favorite thing though about being a pet owner? Like you like yes, you've done a lot of care work with pets and you have that incredible background, but what's your favorite part?
Like favorite, I would
What's your
have to
favorite thing
say
about being a pet owner?
always having someone to talk to. I have been disabled for almost 19 years. And due to that, I've been home. And then, I became a stay at home mom, and then my kids were at school, and it was like, okay, I have someone to talk to that's not going to backtalk me, that's going to listen. And I mean, I do with my cat Bash. She's very vocal, and if you get her meowing, like she'll meow with you back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and she'll talk to you. If you sit there and say, "Oh, I know what else happened," she'll meow. Or like you don't have to meow at her. If you ask her a question, she'll meow. So I think always having that companion, that built-in, unconditional loving companion is really, really important for me. I struggle with mental health, and I feel like they really help.
Yeah. And I think that someone else in the comments also said the unconditional love is how they feel that and experience it, which is completely fair, you know. What would you say is the something thing that you've maybe learned about yourself from being a pet owner, you know, or something that you've learned that is just really an important thing about either how these pets have brought something into your life?
I think because I was always a pet owner. Like I was born into a house with dogs from the get go, and I while I love dogs, I'm just not a dog owner.
Yeah.
Um, I learned with cats and my kids that animals teach empathy way better than humans can. And I feel like my cats had a hand in raising my kids almost, in teaching them love and empathy and how to be just kinder, which is something that this world, really needs right now.
Yeah, no, I think that's such a powerful testament that pets can help demonstrate empathy in other ways that other other methods and other examples and lessons cannot demonstrate. And I do agree with you. They're powerful in that way, and they hold their own hit like long term energy, right? Like they,
Absolutely.
you know, I I love that. All right, now with 4 cats, some of these cats got to have some bad habits.
Well,
Am I right? Or am I
yeah.
right? Okay.
Abby is only a year and a half, a year and a couple months. Abby, year just under a year and a half. So she and Hecate both chew cords, and I'm not happy with that.
Oh, you mean like computer cords or whatnot?
Computer cords, charging cords,
Oh boy.
any cords, they chew through them or to the point where they won't work anymore. And I'm like, I don't understand how you're not getting electrocuted and walking around here with your hair all spread up. I don't know. Um, I think that
Wait, wait, I just need to go back for a second. Okay.
okay.
You said they chew all the way through the cord.
Yeah.
Well, it's plugged in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Artie was the worst. Artie was the worst cord chewer. He was horrible, and he was actually the only boy cat I've ever owned. Um, but the cord chewing is just annoying to say the least. And then Tatuba has a very bad habit of hiding in places to the point where you think she somehow got out, and and you have to like search the house high and low. It's happened like 3 separate times that we thought she was gone, and we were crying, and I was like consoling my kids after we had like come home from searching, and she just like pops her head out and she's like, "What's everybody doing?"
I can appreciate how cats are spicy, you know?
Hmm.
And I love that they are. I love that they are. You know, all right. You did talk about how your cats kind of are important because they kind of demonstrate how to do empathy, right? And how to show care and concern to others. But do you think they can read your emotions? Do you think like when you're upset, your cats know?
Absolutely.
And why do you say that? Why do you say that?
uh, Honestly, science. So animals are really sensitive to vibrations and smells, right? When our emotions get the better of us, hormones and our vibrations, our own internal vibrations, change. And cats and dogs can totally sense that. They react like they can.
Yeah.
So anybody that tries to say that they don't, I'm like, show me the proof. All I see is proof that they do.
I relate. I mean, where do all of them sleep? Do they fight to sleep on you? Or where do they all get to sleep? Do they have a pecking order about who gets to sleep where and with who and how? Do they fight over you?
No, they don't.
Phoebe!
Well, they fought over me. I had a grand mal seizure about
Okay.
4 years ago.
All right.
And they fought over me while I was recovering from that. They would take turns watching me in my sleep. Someone had said that Tatuba looks like she watches you in her sleep. She absolutely does. Um, but now that I'm pretty much recovered, I have like this routine with Hecate at night, and she'll lay down by my feet and watch TV with me until it either gets too late for her, and then she'll come up and start like trying to bug me, or I get tired before her, and we both turn over this way, and she comes over and she cuddles like right here in my armpit. um Hecate is the one that sleeps with me. Then Abby and Bast kind of flip back and forth between my two kids.
Mhm.
And Tatuba, nobody knows what Tatuba does at night, and we don't ask questions. She kind of runs the house.
So she's the lurker. She's the cat lurker. That's what she is. Yeah. All right.
I It's rare to see her sleeping, honestly.
Just be part panther.
She's part what is she part? What starts with an S? Serval.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The predators. Servals are the top of the wild cat food chain, basically, that's still domesticated, but they're still very feral. So it's like, yeah, that would make sense that she's very nocturnal then, because
Yeah.
that's the way they are in nature. Um, it's interesting. Do they like? Do you ever have any other pets over to visit your cats, or is it the four cats, no cat? You know what I mean? Are they their own best buddies, or do you do pet play dates or anything that with them?
I don't do play dates. I've tried to have a friend come over well, not come over. She stayed with me for a couple of months. She's from Canada with her dog. And for the most part, they just really kept apart. And when my cat Bass would get near her dog Teddy, um, Teddy would want to play. He's like a miniature poodle and about the same size as Bass. And Teddy would be sitting there like kind of pawing at the ground and barking, and Bass would just sit there and give him this dead stare, like, "What are you doing, dude?" And then turn around and walk away. So like they entertain themselves.
I mean, I like it when they kind of like look at each other like, because honestly, if humans, I think, feel like if it was socially acceptable to do that as humans, we would do that to each other. That's beside the point. But
That you're not wrong.
that's just some random opinion I'm sliding in here, whatever. Now, all right, some people bathe their cats. I mean, some people do. Like my cat jumps into the shower sometimes with me and likes to shower with me, right? Do you do anything like this with your cats, or are they like self-grooming? Like, what do you do in that department?
They are all self-grooming, but I do trim their front claws only. In case they get out, I want them to have those back claws to defend themselves.
There.
Um, but I do trim Abby's, Bast's, and Hecate's nails. But Tatuba, it's funny, like, even though she's this massive, like, has these massive paws and claws because I don't trim her because she can get violent. Um, she's really gentle with them most of the time. Like, it's kind of rare that she accidentally gets you. On purpose is another story. Like, if my kids are bugging her, she's known to swipe. But she's pretty good about keeping her claws sheathed.
Mhm. Yeah, no, my cats like tear things up around here for sure. Um, all right, now you got a background in pets. Like, what recommendation would you say if somebody was looking for a cat? Let's use that because even though you've been a dog owner as well, you have the cats right now. So, what recommendation would you put out there if somebody's looking to get a cat? What to think about? Like, what do you think is important about letting people know about? Because we
Owning
are all about
um,
a responsible pet ownership here, you know? So,
owning an animal is a lot like owning a kid, and a lot of people owning a kid, having a kid. Um, a lot of people will tell you that having a kid, you have to be financially ready. They'll tell you the same thing about pets. Um, it's not that you need to be financially ready. You need to be financially ready to sacrifice
yeah,
because you're going to have to pay certain bills over the course of time. It's not all at once. You're not going to be shelling out $1 million the second day you own a cat. But over the course of their life, you're going to have to, take care of them. And if you can't do that, if you don't want to do that, do not adopt an animal.
mhm,
Leave it alone and let them find their person that wants to do that for them.
yeah. I do think that it is expensive to own a pet nowadays, and it does take a certain amount of money to do it, and there is somebody will come along at the right time, and timing is important for especially yeah, for all pets, and you don't want to end up jumping the gun and getting a pet and then finding out I really couldn't afford this pet at all.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't have probably done this choice, because there are people who will adopt pets. They are out there. I mean,
They are.
I do think that that's completely fair to say. Now, we only got just a couple minutes left together, Token, and I want to just ask you about your streaming. When do you stream here on the platform? And where can we expect to find you when you're streaming, etc.?
I stream, I don't have like a set schedule. I do stream pretty much every day. Um, but I make my own schedule as a small business owner, and being disabled. So I work for myself from home, which means if there's a doctor appointment on Tuesday at noon, I can totally take my kids to that.
Sure.
Um, so my business comes first, but I do tend to stream every day. And as far as like what you'll find me doing, it'll be a lot of this chit chatting, um, I'm a photographer, so I'll be doing editing for photography or no, not at all. Um, it's part photography, part skincare, part fiber arts. And the fiber art is crocheted custom clothing.
Nice. Like that's fun. That's fun. And so you guys, you can go and talk to her more in her stream. Make sure you favorite her today so that way you can find her and talk to her more about this cool stuff. I mean, it is pretty cool. Like I didn't know anything about fiber arting stuff, like that's way dope. I absolutely adore it. So I'm here for it. So anything else that you want to to know about your pets before you go, Token?
Um, oh, this tattoo.
Okay.
So this tattoo is both if you've never heard of a memorial palace or a memory palace,
No,
is a
what is that?
meditation trick.
Okay.
You're supposed to imagine a house exactly down to its hinges, the way that you want it and no one else. And then you imagine yourself opening the front door to your first memory. Every door afterwards is more memories, and the house goes on forever. So this is my memory palace. It goes on back here. There's a little mausoleum. Um, but what I also did was I turned it into a memorial piece. And the cat right there, Willie's ashes are in that cat. Bick's ashes are in that cat, and Artie's ashes are in that cat. So they are always with me. Um, I think that memorial tattoos like are becoming cooler to do. And when my parents pass, I have plans for a Bigfoot right there with my dad's ashes and a witch going across the moon with my mom's. Um, I think that it's really cool. You've got a piece of someone, pet or human, with you for the rest of your life.
I love that. That's something. Thank you for sharing that. You know, that's something very personal and also very cool. And people in here right now, some of them have also lost their pets, and maybe that's something they might want to think about doing as a way to memorialize their loved one. You know, it's a
Yeah.
really cool concept. It's not like cultural appropriation in some weird way or something like that. It's just a kind of a neat idea to do. Thank you, Token.
No
All right,
problem.
you guys, that's our end of our time together with Token. I hope you favorited her. You know, it's time for Pets in the News, Token. Thank you for being my special guest.
No problem. See you guys later.
You guys, that's the end of that part of Meow and Me. Now we're going into what we call Pets in the News here with Cats Roar. Now, you guys, Pets in the News is something that Cats goes out all over the internet to find the latest and the greatest and the most up-to-date information out here out on the platform. And we unfortunately have to be done on time tonight because both Cats and myself are on someone else's featured show directly after this show. It's called Gen Wars. So I better get Cats up in here. Thank you, Box Boy. Right. Great. Hey,
Hello.
tell
Happy
us, tell us,
Monday.
how are you today?
I am good. I'm good. It's Monday, but it's the end of Monday, so I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'll go quick through a couple things. We know that October is a month for not for everybody, but for a lot of people who celebrate Halloween.
Yes, some people do.
Yeah, there's been a lot of auctions on here, people dressing up. Lots of people like to decorate their homes, but also keep in mind that Halloween can be a scary time for your pets.
Oh.
So I have some reminders, not Halloween's not quite here yet, but it's definitely some things to think about as we're getting towards the holiday. First and foremost, we know that our cats, our dogs, and some other pets shouldn't be eating chocolate or candy, right?
That's a good
That's why
reminder.
I make sure I eat it as soon as I get home. However, if you don't do that, it's just really important that you keep, all of that sugar candy out of your pet's way. You know, most of our pets are very curious. That stuff smells good. And so it's really easy for pets to get into candy. Also, if you have little ones who are going to like trick-or-treat events or whatever, it can be really easy for them to just put something down on the table or on the floor. So that's just one, I think, probably obvious thing that most people think about.
I don't know. Do they? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I do. I always think of like, I think as growing up, I always heard like, don't let your dog eat chocolate, it'll die. Like I can remember my parents saying that. So that kind of like stuck in my brain, I think, my whole life. I don't know if it would actually kill your pet, but I'm sure it would be a digestive nightmare. Something else to think about are your decorations. Decorations can look like fun things to swat around or to chew on, and sometimes easily digest pieces of those decorations. So even non-toxic type decorations can certainly be hard. Not good. They can be choking hazards. So it's definitely just something to think about while you're putting your decorations out. Anybody here like to carve pumpkins?
Yeah.
You do?
I won a pumpkin carving contest. Yes.
Ooh la la. Well, keep in mind that those pumpkin seeds that you pull out of those pumpkins before you carve them can be very dangerous to your pet. They're not so dangerous to us, but they can really cause a stomach upset in most household pets. So be careful. Pumpkin isn't dangerous for your pet, but the pumpkin seeds are.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
The only other thing two things I would point out is that I know that my dogs go ballistic when someone rings the doorbell or if somebody knocks on the door. So you just want to make sure, you know your pet the best, but the worst thing that could happen is that they dart out the door while you're opening it for trick-or-treaters. So either you need to make sure they're kind of in an enclosed room away from the front door, or you have some other contraption. Some people, like, I remember my mom used to put a baby gate across the front. So every time she opened the door, she knew the gate would be there, but she could still open it. Just a thought. And last but not least, for those of you that like to dress up your pets, while it can be super cute, sometimes those outfits can be super stressful for your pets. So you just want to take that into consideration. For the most part, you should be able to pick up signs that your pet is unhappy with what they have on or stressed. It can usually be pretty obvious, if they're dragging their head across the ground or doing something wild. It's a good indication to take that cowboy hat off of Billy. Just saying. Just saying. And at the end of it, just also consider that if you're taking your kids to maybe a trunk or treat in a parking lot somewhere, or even just around the neighborhood, that your pet really might not be all that into it. I kind of say it's like 4th of July. They don't really need to go. Just leave them home.
Yes.
They're probably better off.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, pumpkins can definitely be good for your pet. It's the pumpkin seeds that are kind of the no-go that you got to be careful about.
I want to just re-emphasize what you just said on the last piece real quick. Sure. I know that people think that it's cute to bring their pet with them on the Halloween journey. However, once again, it is one of those things that have jump scares. There's people that are terrified of people's pets, even on leashes. And if you do live in a neighborhood where there's going to be a lot of children out, your pet may not be used to being around that many children either. So even the most well-conditioned dog can sometimes act out of character when put into situations that they're not used to and haven't been in before. So I do think that I just wanted to re-emphasize, leave your pets at home when you go trick-or-treating. All right, keep going, cats.
So anybody an Aldi shopper?
I just went to Aldi today.
Okay. I mean, Aldi is known for its great bargains and great deals. And I didn't know you can also pick up some cute Halloween costumes at Aldi. One in particular that's been gaining a little bit of momentum, kind of similar to something that Target offered. And I'm going to show a picture here. is for $6.99, you can get your very own Aldi shopping cart costume for your pet. It comes in an array of sizes from extra small to extra large. And let me give you a show here. I just thought it was the cutest.
You have to put a quarter in it to get. You have to put a quarter in it.
Would that be fun? I would put a quarter on my dog's collar that would shake with it. But just to give you an idea, there is the shopping cart. You know, I couldn't find a picture of a dog or a cat or any animal with it actually on, but I just thought it was funny because for those of you that are diehard Aldi shoppers, and you want to get a costume on a budget, it's a pretty cool thing. So just wanted to share that. And last but not least.
Yes, it can double as a candy basket, someone says, cats.
Absolutely. It can be a guinea pig basket. If anyone has a guinea pig, just get the extra small. It might fit. I'm not sure, but it's worth a shot.
Can someone just turn their cat or dog into a guinea pig for Halloween for cats, please?
Oh, that would make my day too.
Thank you.
It really would.
Get a guinea pig costume.
And last but not least, could anybody use an extra $10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure there's a couple people in the chat, if not everybody, who couldn't use an extra $10,000. You can make it work. Yep. Well, your pet could be the next chief toy tester at PetSmart.
Ooh.
And we know that your pet can't have a bank account, but you sure can. So let's talk about it. So PetSmart is putting playtime in the spotlight with the launch of their Chief Toy Tester contest.
Oh.
And this contest is currently open. It's open through November 6th. And 2 lucky pets are about to land a dream job. 1 cat and 1 dog, along with their humans, of course, and maybe it could be you, will be selected to test and review the latest toys and treats and share their feedback on upcoming collections and receive $10,000 for their efforts. So 1 cat and 1 dog.
Wow.
So now through November 6th, you can go to PetSmartChiefToyTester.com. And again, that's PetSmartChiefToyTester.com. And you can apply. Basically what it says is that the chosen toy testers will enjoy quarterly packages filled with the newest toys, treats, and apparel and gear, plus VIPP, which is very important pet parent status. And over the 1-year term, so you're going to get $10,000 over a 1-year term, the furry ambassadors will share their official feedback on social media, helping other pets discover the season's must-have items from PetSmart.
I love that.
It's very cool. They said that ideal canines and felines will be eager to test out the new toys, including jumping, running, lunging, and puzzle solving, have a nose for the tastiest treats, possess the perfect pose and strut as they show off the new apparel, and have human parents ready to commit to their 1-year partnership and create high quality, trendy social media content. As I mentioned, you get $10,000, and basically you would get $2,500 on a quarterly basis for being chosen. You get the early access to the toys and the treats. And of course, your pet gets the bragging rights at the water bowl. If you are interested, again, you have until 11:59 p.m. on November 6th. Pet parents must submit a 15 to 30-second video of their cat or dog in action, along with a 200-word review of their pet's favorite toy. Now, of course, my best suggestion would be make sure they carry that toy at PetSmart. Wink, wink. And creativity is key. So applicants are encouraged to showcase their pet's unique personality to stand out. I just thought this was cool because you know what? You got nothing to lose. And if you think that you have a pet that meets these guidelines, and I think all of us could say our pets can meet these guidelines, I would definitely check it out. And just as a reminder, again, you go to PetSmartChiefToyTester.com and you have until November 6th. So.
I love it. I mean, people can get out, like anyone can do this. It's accessible to anyone. Absolutely. With a dog or a cat. Remember
Yep.
that it's for both dogs and the cats. And it's not much work. You don't have that much work to do it. You take a video, you send it in with the 200 words. That's it. Like,
Yep.
I think anyone here could do that with their pet.
Yep. And the biggest commitment is just, recording your pet and taking pictures of your pet, testing out the toys. And then you don't have to be super, super social media savvy. I mean, of course, you want to be able to post on Facebook or Instagram or, whatever other platforms they suggest. But in truth, they're not looking for someone who, is a marketing IT whiz. You don't need to be. So I think if you've got that special pet, it's worth trying to go for it. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Cats. Anything else for this week?
No, that's it. Like I said, we have our show here at 10 o'clock, Gen Wars over, and I'm going to say her name wrong. Is it Kauai or Kauai?
Hawaii.
Kauai. So if you guys want to follow us over there, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Let's go, Cats. Let's go. All right. That wraps up Cats Roar and Pets in the News. And make sure you've got my friend Cats favorited everybody as well. Thank you, Cats.
Thank you. I'll see you in a few.
All right. Yeah, I'll head over as soon as we're done. I'll okay. So if you're just coming in, thank you for being here. If you've been here the whole time, thank you for taking the time out of your Monday night to make sure you're here. Hi, everybody. Hi, Storm. Please make sure you favorite all of my special guests, Token Jewitch, Cats Roar, Free Soul. Please go through and favorite all of the generous gifters. Thank you. Also, don't forget that Cats Roar and I are going over to another featured show called Gen Wars. And Cats Roar and I are both Gen X. We might need your help, so feel free to join us over there on that